Greetings, my name is Matt Freeman. I am a 28-year-old from an extremely fast-growing small town located in the center of Ohio. I, like many other people in this world, struggle to keep my life on track. Money is always tight, stress is out the roof, and my anxiety fights me on every decision I make. I'm starting this blog as a way to write down my life experiences to be able to read back on in the future and hopefully learn something for myself and possibly someone else along the way. To kind of catch you up to the most recent spot I'm in, and also knowing there is a lot of life history, we are going to skip over for now. We start back with the 28-year-old boy from the center of Ohio. I worked in a plastic company making vacuum-formed parts at $10 an hour right after high school. It was a great job to get. All my buddies worked there, and it was easy work. To make $10 an hour when minimum wage at the time was $7.50 felt like I was straight ballin'. Here was the first problem to start. I was fresh out of high school, I played a ton of video games on a competitive side hustle, and I was lazy. At the end of my first year at fastforming.com, the plastic company's name, I was called into my boss's office to talk about my yearly raise. The moment I walked into the office, I could feel that whatever was about to happen wasn't going to be good. There was a tension in the room, and I was confused as to why. Now, what was about to happen would change my life for the better 1000%, and I still am very thankful to James, my old boss, for what he did for me and the impact that his choice made on my life. When I sat down, James told me that I wasn't going to be getting a raise and that he really is trying to decide if I get to keep my job or not. What, for the purpose of the story, sounds like a shocking twist that me, the one the story's about, had to be blown away confused about what was going on. But actually, I wasn't. Because, see, remember when I said I used to be really lazy? Well, James then informed me that I had missed 118 days out of the 365 days I had been employed for him. I took at least one day a week off for being sick and instead just played video games all day. Am I proud of that now? Hell no. But I can't change who I am. I can only change who I will be in the future. To keep this short, James decided to give me another chance. I quit working for Fast Forming a year ago after giving that company another 7 more years of work. So as you can see, I did get my shit straight. I started showing up every single day, even if I did feel sick. I worked hard and always tried to have a good time. Problem was, James was a horrible boss and spent all the company's money on new machines, more buildings, and more employees. Which, growth of a business is never a bad thing, but when you don't pay your employees more money and they watch all the growth it makes, then wonder and get angry why they aren't making more. When I quit my job, I was making $11.75 an hour. Hadn't had a raise in 4 years, was the highest paid employee on the shop floor, and minimum wage had gone up to just shy of $10 an hour. There were many other reasons at the time I felt were reasons I was leaving, but truthfully now, a year and some later, I truly was upset over the money part. I felt disrespected, and as if they weren't helping to provide me with the future I was looking for. So, as soon as my tax return came in, I put my 2-week notice in. I would then spend the next 3 months living off my tax return and the last few paychecks I had gotten. Then a friend of mine was looking for help in his landscape business because he had always employed his friends, but the problem was they were all in and out of jail. Being as I was in need of work and money and also have never gone to jail nor to plan to ever, I told him I would work with him if he wanted me to. I've worked for Vincent Lawn Care for a year now, and as the story comes to the ending, you would also guess life's going good for me and this ends in a good note, but it doesn't. I make less money for much harder work. I love being outside and love being around people I'm friends with, but I'm climbing into debt with this new job. I now feel shitty if I tried to quit because he's one of my best friends. To make it even better, I still currently live at home with my parents. my mom and I are, close as shit. I tell her a lot, but not everything, obviously. Dad, on the other hand, we aren't so close. More actually try to stay away from each other. We fight a lot. I got daddy issues, lol. But my father finally kicked me out. However, he was nice enough to give me until September 23rd of 2019, my 29th birthday, to be out of the house. And it's currently July 6th, 2019. I have made zero progress to get my shit packed up, and with making such little money, I now currently make enough to pay all my bills and just a few bucks left over for a few packs of smokes. Yes, I understand it is a gross habit, and if I wasn't smoking, then there would be some money available at the end of the month. However, nowhere near enough to afford rent, and time's quickly catching up with me. So now that you know all of that, it's safe to say that you are 25% understanding of what I have going on for me and where I am and where I need to make some serious changes. And hopefully you can understand the direction I'm taking to try and change these things. Thank you for reading my life, even if it is stressful sounding. I love life and look forward to the adventures that have yet to unfold. Boom. Now, you might be wondering, why were you reading to me, Matt? Because I don't read really ever, and as you can tell, I suck at it because I fucked up reading my own goddamn typing. So that's to prove to you how bad I'm with reading. But I decided to start blogging because a lot of people out there say they enjoy listening to me talk on the YouTubes. Even if it's not about dentures, they just enjoy listening to what I have to say and the feelings that I have. Problem is for whatever reason, and as much as I try to be 100% truthful to you guys over my videos, it's hard to make a video about a sad subject of, like, being in a bad spot in life. Because then I watch the video over, it makes me feel even more depressed, and it's hard to then want to post it knowing that somebody else might watch it and feel, like, badly about it instead of, like, you know, and for whatever reason, when it comes to actually writing down how I feel, I can actually, like, open up myself and, like, write stuff down and get more in depth with myself and my feelings. For whatever reason, it's always been this way for me. And so the more I thought about it, the more I was just like, you know what? Regardless to if any of you want to read it or if you don't, I'm just going to start blogging. And, you know, I'm not going to do videos like this. I'm not going to be reading my blogs every time I write one over the YouTube. I just figured that this is the very first one I've done, and that since it's my first one, and I figured I would tell you guys about it just in the off chance somebody out there actually wants to read my more in-depth feelings and thoughts of how my life is going, that I could give them the example of what the first video's like, or what the first blog's like, and then, you know, you can go on so forth from there. I will have a link in the description how to get to the blog itself. My name is Matthew Talks a Lot Freeman on there, but the only difference between YouTube and the blog site is it's Matthew with a parenthesis and then Talks a Lot with another parenthesis and then Freeman. So instead of it just being one word, Talks a Lot is in parentheses. Besides that, same name, the name of the, like, the feed, I guess it is, like these blogs are being posted on, is called Trying to Live Life. So, if that helps, I don't know if you can type Trying to Live Life in the thing and it would pop up, or my name or what. But you'll see my profile. It's definitely a picture of me flexing my badass tattoo that you may or may not have seen yet. And, yeah. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, regardless to if it was exactly what you were expecting, or if it wasn't. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you didn't, then I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. Anyways, you could leave a like, you could leave a comment below, telling me how you feel about this situation. I mean, I don't care. I'm obviously, I'm in a weird spot at the moment. That is exactly where I'm at. I mean, there's a fuck ton of other stuff out there that's obviously causing a lot of anxiety and stress in my life, but that is currently the money part. So, yeah. And then you should subscribe if you're new. Keep up with cool shit like this. Or maybe even go over and jump onto that there blog. It's actually on the site called Blogger. So it's really not hard. All you have to do is go blogger.com and it takes you right to their main page, and then you type my name in and shit, but I will link it for you so you guys can be lazy like everybody else in this world. Alright guys, I love you. See you later. Bye.